Hello, Myra and I are here to talk to you about heartworm preventative. It's that time of year in New Jersey where I start getting a lot of questions about which heartworm preventative should be used. Heartworms are spread by mosquitoes, so if you live in a hot, humid environment, you definitely need to be giving heartworm preventative once a month, or once every 6 weeks, depending on which product you're using. My product of choice is Interceptor. It contains milbemycin. It was off the market for a couple of years, but it has come back, and we're very happy for that. Other products on the market that are once-a-month preventatives contain ivermectin, things like HeartGuard and Iverheart, and I'm not as happy with ivermectin. The white-footed gene that is found in collies, some border collies, those dogs are extremely sensitive to ivermectin, and some dogs have had some problems with those products. They can also be sensitive to milbemycin products, but it doesn't seem to be quite as big a problem. So we do choose milbemycin for those dogs. There are some topical products that also will prevent heartworms, but I do not recommend them. The chemicals in them are not things that I like to use on pets. So my choice is Interceptor. And in New Jersey, I heartworm test my dogs every May, make sure that they're okay. You don't want to give heartworm preventative without having a negative test first. If your dog should be heartworm positive and you start the monthly heartworm preventative, you can have a severe reaction which could result in the death of the dog. So always test your dog within 30 days of starting the medication. The heartworm preventative works 30 days behind. So if a mosquito bites your dog on May 1st, if you give the heartworm preventative by June 1st, then you've protected that whole month of May. Because what it does is it kills the migrating larvae. The mosquito injects a small larva into the skin of the dog, and then it has to go through some transformation processes. And the heartworm preventative kills one or two of the stages of the heartworm larvae as they're migrating. So you don't need to start your heartworm preventative while the weather is still cold, but once the mosquitoes come out, then you definitely should start. In our house, I use something called the Safe Heart Protocol, which was published by the FDA back in the mid-90s, and it is referenced in my book. So that means my dogs get a low dose of milbemycin product, and they get it every 6 weeks. And that is definitely off-label. And if I lived in somewhere like Louisiana or Mississippi or Alabama, where a lot of dogs were heartworm positive, I might not be quite so willing to use that kind of protocol. However, in New Jersey, where heartworms are less of a problem, we see a couple of cases a year, and they're usually dogs that are shipped up from the south. So my dogs don't have a lot of exposure to other dogs that would be heartworm positive, but we definitely have mosquitoes. I also protect my dogs against mosquitoes with essential oil sprays. I use Vetra Repel on my dogs if we are going to be out when the mosquitoes are bad. However, when dusk rolls around and the mosquitoes come out, we all go inside because I don't want to be bitten, and I don't think they do either. So that's my recommendation for heartworm preventative. So everyone who's been asking, what's your favorite heartworm preventative? The answer is Interceptor, which is a milbemycin product. There is also Sentinel, which is a milbemycin product. The difference is the Sentinel contains lufeneron, which keeps flea eggs from hatching. So if you live in a high flea area or you've had a flea problem in the past, then the Sentinel might be the way to go. Sentinel and Interceptor will prevent infestation and take care of roundworms, hookworms, and whipworms when given at the labeled dose every 4 weeks. I don't have those problems at my house, which is why I use the Safe Heart study instead. If you have questions about the Safe Heart study, you can look it up on the FDA website, or you can read my book, From Needles to Natural. Have a great day.